Hello traders, investors, and fans of the cryptocurrency world. Welcome to our channel where we bring real news, in-depth analysis, and reliable projections about the Web3 blockchain universe and the trends of digital money. Today, we will talk about an important movement in the global Bitcoin market. Semler Scientific, a company listed on Nasdaq, announced the purchase of another $50 million in BTC, acquiring 455 Bitcoins between May 13 and 22, 2025, at an average price of 109,801 ILOs per unit. Now, with a total of 4,264 Bitcoins, the asset has become a central part of the company's financial strategy, showing how even traditional corporations are changing their view on store of value. In this video, we will explore why Semler Scientific bought so much Bitcoin, how it financed this operation, the impact of the recent drop in BTC after new US tariffs, and what are the implications of this bet for companies in Europe. If you want to understand how large companies are using Bitcoin in their corporate strategies, keep watching until the end. Nasdaq company buys more Bitcoins. Semler Scientific, an American company specializing in medical technology, revealed this Friday, May 23rd, that it has significantly increased its exposure to Bitcoin. Between May 13 and 22, the company acquired 455 new Bitcoins at an average cost of $109,801 per unit, totaling $50 million in new acquisitions. This movement increased its total stock to 4,264 BTC, placing Semler among the 12 largest public companies holding Bitcoin in the world. The transaction was made possible thanks to a fundraising campaign started in April, which raised $114.8 million through the sale of more than 3 million of its own shares. Part of this capital was immediately converted into Bitcoin, further reinforcing the asset's role in its financial strategy. Why is this important for Europe? You may be asking yourself. Why does a company in the US buying Bitcoin matter to me here in Europe? It's simple. The more global companies invest in Bitcoin as a store of value, the greater the pressure will be for European institutions to follow suit. In Europe, especially in Germany, Switzerland, and France, interest in digital currencies is growing rapidly. Governments are regulating better, funds are looking at DeFi, and even central banks are discussing CBDCs. And seeing a real company, not just a speculative one, using Bitcoin as a hedge against inflation and monetary instability is something that inspires confidence and could accelerate adoption in the old continent as well. Short-term loss. Despite the strategic decision, the timing of the purchase was not perfect. Shortly after the acquisition, the price of Bitcoin dropped to around $108,000 as a result of a new round of US trade tariffs under Trump, sparking volatility in global markets. This left Semler Scientific with a loss of approximately $1,800 per BTC. As a result, the 455 Bitcoins are now worth around $474.4 million, and the total portfolio is valued at close to $470 million. Despite this small setback, the company remains optimistic about the long term and has launched a real-time online dashboard to display its BTC holdings, demonstrating transparency with its shareholders. Bitcoin in corporate strategy. In its SEC filings, Semler stated that Bitcoin is now a core part of its cash management and growth strategy, reporting a 25.8% year-to-date return, driven primarily by the increase in the value of its BTC holdings. This approach shows that Bitcoin is moving out of the speculation stage and into the corporate mainstream, something that many analysts believe is inevitable in Europe as well. However, it is not all sunshine and roses. company's financial challenges. While Semler was expanding its position in Bitcoin, it was struggling in its core business. In the first quarter of 2025, it reported a net loss of $64.7 million and saw its revenue fall 44% year on year. This has raised questions among some experts. Is the bet on Bitcoin a way to offset losses in other sectors, or is it just an innovative treasury strategy? Regardless, this type of move continues to attract the attention of global investors, especially in Europe, where many see BTC as an increasingly serious alternative to precious metals. Legal issues aren't helping. Semler is also facing an investigation by the U.S. Department of Justice related to the use of its QuantaFlo medical device, which is used to detect peripheral arterial disease. The DOJ alleges that the company violated the False Claims Act by improperly promoting the device, resulting in improper payments through federal healthcare programs like Medicare. To resolve the matter, Semler has proposed a preliminary settlement of $29.75 million. If it is not accepted, the DOJ could seek even higher amounts. And to cover potential legal costs, the company plans to use its Bitcoin as collateral for loans through a partnership with Coinbase, which shows how BTC is becoming a currency of choice for companies around the world. Semler Scientific is betting big on Bitcoin. Although the recent correction has caused a small loss, it remains steadfast in its long-term vision. Their decision shows that Bitcoin is becoming part of the financial strategy of real companies, not just funds or technology startups. And in Europe, where crypto sector regulation is maturing rapidly, this type of move could serve as an example for other local corporations interested in diversifying their reserves. If this video helped you understand this new phase of the crypto market, like, share, and subscribe to the channel, activating the bell to receive notifications whenever we release content about cryptocurrencies, market analysis, and global trends in the sector. Let us know in the comments. Do you believe that European companies will start buying Bitcoin as reserve, or would you prefer to see more regulatory clarity first? Until the next video, and remember, invest wisely, always learn and protect your assets.